everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie and I'm from Learn to Play. Today's video is a preschool tour in my home daycare. This past September I did implement a new program into my home daycare, which is preschool. This is something that I've wanted to do for many years, ever since I've opened my home daycare. So the majority of the materials I already had. All the large purchases pretty much came from either Ikea or Staples, but we'll get into that. I'll give you a full room tour. I hope that this video helps anyone out there who's thinking about doing their own home preschool program, or if you're a homeschool mom or dad, hopefully I can give you some ideas as well. So with that being said, let's take a tour.
To the preschool room. As you can see, the steps are right here to the right. And then behind me is our actual daycare area. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that this room has had several different uses. My first use of this room was actually our craft room when I first started out 2.5 years ago. And then I transformed it into an infant room. This is, I did a video on how to set up a small space if you only have one room. And now this is our preschool room. I got this nature theme set from Hobby Lobby last year, clearance, again for $1.24 for the whole entire set. So on the door, I simply just put the little welcome sign, the little welcome tree, and then the children's names. To the left of the room, if you see my other videos, this wall used to be green, and then this wall had jungle wallpaper on it. This is like the stick and peel fake shiplap. I got this off of Amazon. I'll link that link below. I'm not sure how much it was per roll, maybe like $10, $15, $20 per roll, and I think I used 4 or 5 rolls to fill the wall because I also put it alongside this wall as well. Okay, as you walk in the wall to the left, I have more of the wood themed cutouts from Hobby Lobby. That border on top, I want to say is from Michael's. It was $1, and then the little pencils, as you can see, those little cutouts were $1 as well from Michael's. That paper roll is from Ikea. And the shelves are from Ikea. The top shelves I want to say are $44 just for the shelf, and then $3 per bin. And then the bottom shelves are $66, and again $3 per bin. I thought instead of putting the children's names on those baskets, I would just assign a color. So at Michael's they had a 6-count like color assortment. As you can see, there's like little squares. Those are just, they just peel and stick on here, and I actually had to put masking tape to keep them on there. And then on the bottom, Michael's also carried a 6-count of the crayon peel and stick. So I put that on the bottom as well. Again, I had to put the masking tape in order for it to stick on there. I think those were like $1.02 each for like a 12-pack. So each child, like I said, is assigned a color. So I'm going to show you what's in one of the bins. So the top bin, I got this silly putty from Dollar Tree, and it's horrible. I thought, oh, the kids would get a kick out of it, something different from Play-Doh, but we've opened one package and it didn't work. So I don't know if it was just that package or if this just doesn't work in general. Each child has their own set of markers. I bought this at the end of the summer, the beginning of the school year from Target. I believe those were like 50 cents, along with the classic thin markers. Each child has their own paint set, and then each child has their own colored pencils. And then I simply got these little mini Play-Dohs off of Amazon, and I put the red Play-Doh in with the red bin. That way the children aren't using the same Play-Doh because of COVID. I wanted to keep everything separate. And then I got a 12-count of these Play-Doh rollers from Lakeshore Learning, and I think it was $12, so it probably was like $1 a roller. I love these. These are perfect size for the children to use. So that's everything inside this. And I'm going to show you a little trick that I do when I give the children markers and stuff. I bought these, again, I think this was like a 4-pack or a 6-pack. I bought these little containers from the Dollar Tree. So those are in there. And then each child, I once again bought the same color pencil box. Inside the pencil box is just a thing of crayons, glue sticks, scissors, and then a little mini ruler. So how I use these little containers is that when the children are coloring or gluing or anything, I put their materials inside here. So say if they're using like 2 or 3 markers, I put them in here, and then I simply just put them on their desk to use. It works out really well. On the bottom 3 shelves, right now they were doing like zoo and farm animals, so I just usually will have like the week's activity. Like this is something they can do at their table. I keep that in there. Each child I assigned a little book. This is a 6-pack, I want to say, from like Target. And then each week the numbers that we are going over, I simply just staple it in here, so at the end of the year or the end of the school year, the children can take that home. I also keep a little book. I got this from the Dollar Tree, inside, again, for quiet time or transition time when they're sitting at their desk. I always keep a letter of the week activity in here as well, again for transition time. And then each child is assigned a folder. They take these home with them every night, so whatever activity we're doing during the day or any kind of parent notes that I want sent home, I put this in here. I also made each child a canvas bag that is their color as well. The children love that. They bring their bag. They're so territorial with their bag, but they bring it every day. They're excited to put stuff in there. They're excited to show their parents, you know, what they've done for the day. So that has worked out really well. And the second drawer is just simply a painting smock. I think this was like a 6-count off of Amazon for maybe like $10 or $15. And then in the third drawer, I usually have 3 to 5 of these in here. I just wanted, for purpose to show you, I just put 1 in here. Each week when we do our activities, our daily activities, I put the daily activities in here for the children. Each child has a little mini clipboard. I think this was like a 24-pack of erasers off of Amazon. I'll link that link below. I like it because it's like child size. I couldn't find a red dry erase board, so for the red child, I just got the black and white one. I think I have all the other colors though, the red or the green, orange, yellow, blue, and pink. But for some reason I couldn't find a red one. But they each have their own dry erase board in here. And then they each have their own dry erase pocket. So again, anything that I don't want them to, like if we're doing a certain letter, I just simply put it in here and the children can trace it and then use those markers. On the top left shelf, I simply just have 3 puzzles that I got from Walmart. I want to say those puzzles were $5 each. On the top right shelf, I have a sanitizing station. I believe that clip art is from a TPT purchase I made. And inside, I have some baggies, because a lot of the stuff that we use for activities, I'll put them in baggies and then put them in their little cubbies. And I just have a bunch of hand sanitizer, some disinfectant wipes, and then the antibacterial wipes. Again, this is the second set of 3. As you can see, the children, we use these materials all the time. Down below, this is a Lakeshore Learning letter holder, I believe as well. I got that off of Facebook Marketplace, I want to say for like $5. And it came with all the cards, and then it's double-sided. And I simply just put all the cards inside one of these clear containers I got for Michael's, and then each month I just switch out the letter that we're working on. This is just kind of an overflow basket of materials that either we've used or we're going to use. Down below, I just have a little Paw Patrol puzzle. I got this cork board off of Amazon, and then I just simply put the letter that we're learning that month, the numbers, the color, and then this pocket chart, I want to say is from the Target Dollar Spot, and then the actual calendar pieces are from the Michael's Dollar Spot. I did add a whiteboard into this room. This whiteboard, I don't know how we got it down the stairs, but somehow we did. I bought this off of Staples, and I'm actually very disappointed in it because it said it was magnetic. So those 2, the purple and the blue file holders on the side, and then these 2 little ones on the left are magnetic. I bought those from Lakeshore Learning, and this board is not magnetic. And if you can see if I can get close enough, it shows like all the residue from the dry erase markers. A little trick I learned is if I put some like hand sanitizer on the board with paper towel, it takes a lot of it off, but that's still the residue left on there. So I'm not a huge fan of this board, and I think it was like $200 too. those little weather and today's day is. I believe I got those off of from Michael's, and I simply just laminated them. There's my little dog's bed who likes to hang out with us. These tables are from Ikea. I believe they're $30 a piece, and I did paint them. They came with like a whitewash, like a grayish like wash on them, and I simply just painted them to match the colors that came in that Michael's set. And then I put, like, I have a little name tag on each desk with the child's name. By now they know which desk is theirs. And again, I've never done solo seating like this or individual seating like this. We've always used a big table for our art projects and our craft projects. This, you know, this works out well, especially to like hold their attention. But I noticed when they're doing free play with those items I'll get to in a minute and behind, they want to sit together, you know, so I'll usually have like 2 or 3 kids sit at a desk together. I think they do miss that interaction. This isn't mandated by our state that they sit separately in home daycare. I just thought it was a cute look, and overall, like I said, it does hold their attention. And as far as an actual, if I wasn't doing preschool, I probably wouldn't have done this or gone this route, but with preschool and actually wanting them to learn things, this is the best solution I found. Here's an overview of that closet. As you can see, it has 2 shelves, and then the bottom floor is very large. I have all my big containers for my different themes, either holidays or just themes in general. Starting at the top, I just have an assortment. Most of the stuff is kind of extra stuff in here. I have some extra foam plates. I have a Mr. Potato Head in the back there. I have our summer sensory toys in there. I want to say in this cookie box are just different tins that I have an assortment of. Extra cardboard, our little grow animals. Up on top, I have party supplies. I always look after each holiday or the clearance section of stores for their party supplies, whether it be like cups or plates or napkins, and then just stock up on those. And then I do have a prize bucket or a prize box right there. I will show you what is inside that as well. On the second shelf, I have 2 bins of sensory. Again, just an assortment of like rocks or birds or butterflies, different assortment of things. And then I have 2 of the little lap desk from Michael's. I want to say those are like $7. And I have a bunch of trays from Dollar Tree. These tin trays we use a lot of magnetic letters and shapes on. And then these plastic trays are great if you're like wanting to contain, if you're like using pom-poms or whatever, and you want to contain things so they don't go everywhere. I use those trays. I do have extra like borders and crate paper in here. Again, just some Melissa and Doug toys. I love these trays from the Dollar Tree. These work out so great. They're not that large, but they're perfect for individual use. And then I'm not sure what's in here. I think this is just, yeah, just an extra tray for something. And then inside here, this does say puzzles. I don't believe it's puzzles. No, oh, actually, you know what? I have an overflow of like sensory stuff, sensory bottles and stuff like that in there. I have some foam letters, and then behind here, again, it's just extra clipboards. Here are some Velcro dots, and then I have a different assortment of like letters and numbers. I'm going to actually pull those out and show you those. At the top, this first one is just my overflow of my Letter of the Week books. Now, I do make a copy for each child so that they have their own copy. Children do not take these home because A, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of work doing these books, and I just prefer to keep them here. Second little container, I found these books, I want to say, at a Goodwill over the summer, and I got the whole alphabet. I think it was missing 2 letters, but I got the whole alphabet for like $1.20. So the 2 letters that I were missing, I found on eBay, and go figure, the 2 letters were like $6 each. So I think all in all, I spent about $13, $14 on these letter books, but they're super cute. And this container is an assortment of different color little ring books that I made. Again, these I don't think I make per child. Over the summer, I was sending home packets with the child, so each child would have their own letter and number and color of the week, and those really worked out well when I sent those home. But I want to say I only have 1 copy of those letters. And here is just an assortment of both letters and number dry erase cards. I think there's like 2 or 3 copies of each of these. Those work out well for the children. And then this container are these little car sheets. I give them like the letters that spell out their names, and then they have an upper and lowercase letter that they can match. I love those. I'll put that link below. I think those were like $10 for that whole set. I laminated them and I Velcroed them. I used the Velcro dots. And then the last container I found, I want to say this may have been like a freebie. If not, I'll put the link on from TPT. Again, it's just letters, and they can go around and, you know, name the item that goes with the letter. I have a bunch of these little, I don't even know what they're called, these large photo containers from Michael's. I always wait till they're on sale for either like $12 or $14. This one I have, what do I have on here? Number, color, and shapes, and then the ABCs. I put all our flashcards in here. They do have, let me show you here. These are heavy when you fill them. They are really heavy. They do come in an assortment with different colors as well. This is brand new. I have 2 of these. The one I filled up. This one I have not put anything in here yet. These 2 blue containers I got from the Dollar Tree. The first one is just different little craft materials. And then the second one is where I house the extra erasers that I was talking about that I bought off of Amazon. This clear container back here obviously is holding a bunch of paint. I have a whole container of different like yarn and ribbon in here. And then what else do I got back here? This container, oh, it's just the more like dramatic play, extra doctor stuff. And I think this other container is dramatic play as well. Yeah, that's stuff that I had bought from Target before. I'll link that video, that haul video. It's like dramatic play from their dollar spot. And then this container right here is just all of my craft supplies, extra like stickers and rulers and tape. Okay, here is that prize bucket that I was showing you, or the prize box. And then inside, I simply just have a whole bunch of items from the Dollar Tree. Some, you know, are neutral, some are geared towards more boys or more girls. I just have like cute little like animals, some slime. All the children just love the play food. I have some musical instruments in here. What else do I have? Some more like little mermaid dolls. And then I have some of these like writing boards from the Dollar Tree. I found this at like our local 5 and dime store, like a little sticker set. It's just like, yeah, like a little nail set. I always look for things on clearance. So like this fluff and stuff. This was clearanced at Hobby Lobby for 94 cents. So everything in here is under $1. And the way I use this is that the children, they clean up on their own, or they just, you know, they're acting really well, they can come here and they can pick out a prize, and I don't let them open that up here. I do have them take it home, and they're super excited always to show their parents. On this top shelf, I have just an assortment of books. I have all my printables, I have my calendar pieces in here, and then this says book/classroom. Those rainbow books that I showed you, I have different assortment of the books that are similar to that from the Target dollar spot. I also have a lot of things from the Dollar Tree in here, like things for like bulletin boards. Let me see if I can show you one. Yeah, like just different like classroom decor and stuff like that is inside this tote. In this pink container, I just have some like watercolor papers. I have more like calendar pieces, more of the color shapes in here. I have finger paint paper, just different like a little assortment of things in there. Down below, I have a brand new Ikea chalkboard / dry erase board. I have not opened up yet. I want to say that was like $20. And then I just have some other activities for the children to do. Here is the little counting bears, and then I have a peg number board from Lakeshore Learning. And then in this little trio, this little file case right here. The top, I just have magazines that the children use to cut things out. All my file folder games are in the middle, and then on the bottom is extra art crafts. On the very top shelf, I'll start all the way to the right. I have a couple of the felt board pieces, some more trays. I use these ice cube trays all the time. This is such a great tool to use for any kind of like counting or sorting. We always use those. And here I have a just a little box full of paint stuff in here. I'll show you quickly what's in here. We have different like foam rollers. We do use marbles with our paint. All these little like paint holders are from the Dollar Tree. Paint brushes from the Dollar Tree. Just different rollers. All this pretty much is from the Dollar Tree. And then I have an assortment of foam pieces and then foam shapes down here. This bottom container is, what are they, like clothespins and different like just wood accessories. And then I have more like felt pieces. Again, more craft stuff up there. On this very top shelf, I have a bunch of stuff from like the Target dollar spot. I'm going to show you individually a couple of these I'm going to point out. Here are like lockets and then just different little like snap materials. These are all different animal clips from the Dollar Tree. And then these are all our counting manipulatives on the bottom. Over here is magnetic letters. Again, more counting. I got these little chairs. There's a whole bunch of just different stuff in here to count with. I have those talking phones up here. I have some shape magnifying glasses. And then in here, I actually have actual magnifying glasses in there along with binoculars. Down below, I have some more foam shapes and then some more shapes in here. Right, this is container right here is magnetic magnets. And then these are all our tongs and stuff. Let me highlight a couple of the containers that we get the most use out of. Okay, want to highlight 5 of those bins just because I think they're worth noting. Like I said, these are definitely the items that we get the most use out of. All the way to the left are different tong pieces that we use. These, I believe, are from the Dollar Tree. I love these little hand ones. These are actually from Walmart in their food section. And then I have this from the Target dollar spot. These are great, especially for younger children. They can just put the whatever they're trying to pick up inside this little clear ball. Next to it, I have these magnets from Michael's. I want to say these were $3 each. And guys, right now, the Dollar Tree has these for $1. So that's a little bit of a bust. And the Target dollar spot this past school year, I found these are like shape magnifying glass, even though there's no glass in it. So you simply, the children just put it over something and they can see different shapes with it. And then they also had these colored little paddles as well. The next item I want to show you are these talking phones. Now this phone I got from Lakeshore Learning for $6. These phones came in a 4-pack from Amazon. I want to say for like $12. As you can see, the difference in sizes, you know, these are definitely smaller, but right now, guys, the Dollar Tree has them as well. That's a new item at the Dollar Tree. And then the last bin I want to highlight are things from the Target dollar spot. They had a 6-pack of locks, I want to say for $5. I love these. The children just simply look at the back, they count how many items are on the back, they find the number, and then the lock opens. And then these are just all like connecting pieces. So those are definitely the things that we get a lot of use out of during preschool. I do keep all my teaching binders down here on the bottom. On that second shelf are books that I rotate out in the reading area. This third shelf, I have all our magnetic letters, our foam letters, just some blocks, extra cardboard pieces we use for craft. And here I have different dry erase materials, and then I have some chalkboards in here as well. Just keep my dry erase markers in here and chalk. I have a box dedicated for stickers. These come in handy when we're doing any kind of like sticker activity. And then this box right here is just an assortment of just like overflow markers and stuff like that. This fourth shelf is all my paint. I love these. I think I've probably shown these before. I got these off of Amazon. These quick sticks, no water needed. The kids love these. These are great for like little kids or little paint sticks. All these baskets are obviously from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree actually is kind of stepping up their game with paint. These are pretty big, and all these praying paints are from the Dollar Tree. Otherwise, I try to find them clearance from Hobby Lobby or wherever. I have a whole basket of different sponges. And here I have bingo markers, and I have my own like hodgepodge or Mod Podge in there. These containers, I want to say, are from Michael's. I don't really ever use these. They're to put paint in. We don't use those. And that's just an overflow of like gloves and stuff. This shelf right here, I have all our glue and glue sticks. There's scissors, colored pencils, like thin markers. And here is all our stamping stuff. Again, some more magnetic letters. This is just an assortment. The trays that I'd shown you down below here, they're actually sorted out by letter. This is just all mixed together. And then we have some fake money here. Here's a closer look at that money container. I think I got this from the Dollar Tree, and it came with money in it. And I just have those little like fake credit cards they send you in the mail. I put those in here. I want to say these are Melissa and Doug coins that I got from a collection. This is probably, I wonder if this is the money that came in that. I laminated all the money though and put it in here just so that it stays good, and I'm not like, otherwise, you know, it's so thin, you would just be throwing it out all the time. And then I think I found this little clip art for these credit cards, these jumbo size. Again, I just laminated those. I just want to point this out real quick. The kids made this at the beginning of the school year. I gave them just the basic, I think, like head frame, and then they added their own hair, and I thought they turned out so cute. The pom-poms are from the Target dollar spot, and so is that border. These shelves are from, I want to say either from Target or Walmart, you know, like $20, $30 each. Then I simply just have different activities for the children to do while they're at their desk. This little blue container right here, that's just my little teacher assortment of stuff. I did get this preschool lesson plan book from Lakeshore Learning. This is great. I had never seen an actual like preschool one. So you can write whatever you want on this, you know, per day. And then over here it has arts and craft, dramatic play, housekeeping, blocks. You know, it has a different assortment of all the things you can put in here. I want to say this book was $10. I love this book. This shelf right here, we just have some different assortment of blocks. We have all our Play-Doh stuff at the bottom. And then I have a bunch of these containers with different things in them. I got these at Target. They were $1 each. And like I said, we are doing the Mother Goose curriculum. So each month they send manipulatives with them. So here's like from the farm unit, a whole thing of pigs, and then the frogs. I just keep them in here. The children, when they're playing with either Play-Doh or blocks, they add those to it. I have a container of dinosaurs in here. Let's see, what can I show you? Oh, these plastic screws right here. These are, I don't know if these are from the Target dollar spot or from Walmart or from Dollar Tree, but I love these. The children use these. They're just different shapes. They have triangle, so I have a whole bunch of those. And of course, the never-ending animals. The children are obsessed with this. This is what they play with the most. I have some magnetic dolls. I have some lace activities. The children really don't use that too much. Some waffle blocks, some doodle boards, some cars and trucks, Legos. This yuck bucket, again, is from that Sanitizing Station TPT find. I put all our extra stuff in there for the day, like all our scraps or anything the children would have put in their mouths, I put in there. Here are book bins that I got from the Dollar Tree. I have simply assigned each bin to a child. We put all their stuff in there after we're done doing any kind of like art project or anything that needs to go home. And then at the end of the day, I just collect all the stuff and put it upstairs in their folder. Down below, I have some games and then some coloring books and puzzles. And then I have a radio in the class that we use. That Mother Goose curriculum does come with a CD each month. Up on top, I just have some important phone numbers, and then I have our monthly newsletter. All right, guys, that is it. That is my home preschool room. I hope that I was able to inspire you or at least give you some ideas for your own preschool program. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not a subscriber, please consider doing so, and I'll catch you in my next video.